What's going on, y'all? Your boy Darius here, back in for the video, and this time we are here for the Blade versus Buffy death battle! I have a vested interest in this one because recently, I want to say it earlier this year, probably like 3-4 months ago, I finished rewatching the Buffy series. It was a long journey that I started like 2-3 years ago, but I eventually got around to watching the entirety of the Buffy the Vampire Slayer series. Fell in love with it, fell in love with the characters. I'm watching Angel right now, and matter of fact, the spinoff. So I'm very much a Buffy fan. Now, I don't know about the Buffy comics. I understand there's Buffy comics and stuff where that it goes off the walls. I think as strong as she is in the show, pretty sure in the comics she gets even crazier, in terms of powers. So they're probably going to factor that into this. So just off of what I know of the TV show and what I know of Blade, and I know Blade has some crazy feats in the comics too, but like just what I know of Blade from the movies and a little bit of things that I know about him from the comics and his feats, I would think Blade would win. But I don't know about comic Buffy. I don't know what she's bringing to the table. I know most of what Blade is bringing to the table, but I don't know. Buffy did get beat a lot in that show, especially by like stronger vampires, but also, as we've seen a couple different times in the show, when faced with a particularly attractive vampire, she just sleeps with him. So maybe that's what she'll do. She'll sleep with Blade by the end of this. I had the first like couple seconds as they started playing. It's live action, which is interesting. Should be fun. Let's see how this goes. Right now, I'm gonna say Blade, but I won't make a final call until I see what Buffy's bringing to the table. All right, we're gonna get their whole background, both characters. Make sure you go to Death Battle, support them. Without further ado, let's get it. There it is. It's live action. That's interesting.
Blade versus Buffy, the Daywalker versus the Vampire Slayer. He's Wiz and I'm Boomstick, and it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win a death battle.
They would totally start banging, bro.
They are known
Alucard!
by many names: Revenant, Vortilac, Nosferatu, vampires. When the moon is out and the night is young,
pretty sure
these
Alucard's been in
demons are out for blood.
death battle before.
That the greatest foe of those who stalk the night is the one who can walk the day. Blade. Is that really his costume?
That's the OG costume.
Now
Before that,
a man
yep.
who doesn't file his taxes. Blade is one of the coolest superheroes ever, and basically kick-started the comic book movie craze.
Pretty much, yeah.
He is also seemingly the only one who knows or cares that in the world of Marvel, vampires exist.
Kill you. I'll kill
Seriously, nobody talks about this.
No
Blade
one.
doesn't need anyone's help. He'll just aura farm by himself.
Vampires
Even
really only
Blade's
come up when
birth
Blade's
was
involved.
hardcore. Just as the young Eric Brooks' mother was in labor, her attending doctor
also British, did you know
turned out
that?
to be the vampire Deacon Frost.
Yep.
And he drank her
Yep.
blood right before she gave birth. This infused Eric with Frost's vampiric blood, turning him half human, half vampire.
That's the anime, isn't it? I gotta watch that.
Giving him a ton of vampy powers, but
None of the
their
weaknesses.
like
Yep.
garlic, holy water, or sunlight. Eric would hone these abilities under the tutelage
That's
of
true.
vampire
How's that
hunter
gonna work
Jamal
with Buffy?
Mafari, sharpening him into a blade that would
She's
rake
used
the
to vampires,
vampire
not
plague for good.
vampires.
Blade is strong and fast enough to toss around 1,000-pound demons and cut bullets out of the air. He can keep up with Wolverine, who
Yep.
can deflect Cyclops' light-speed optic blasts, and his Kevlar DuPont
Motherfucker,
armor
you out of your damn
take
mind.
the top of Count Von Stott's castle exploding. He can heal small wounds immediately and sniff out the supernatural with his hypersenses. Also, his fangs can drain his victims of magical energies. After studying the ways of Hong Kong Kung Fu movies, Blade became a master martial artist. Ah, yes, the Rufus from Street Fighter School of Kung Fu. While the only martial art he's been stated to know is Krav Maga,
Really?
we know he's mastered more. So for the full scope of his
God,
martial arts ability,
Wesley Snipes was so
we'll
good.
examine the Blade movies as performed by Wesley Snipes.
By looking at Snipes' training and choreography,
Yep.
we know Blade uses Kung Fu, Capoeira,
And wrestling.
Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, Eskrima, kickboxing, Shotokan Karate, and Hapkido. And on
Also
Blade's
wrestling.
knack for stealthy takedowns,
He literally
and I guess
suplexed
you could
somebody.
call him Marvel's Batman.
Blade's training progressed smoothly until
gotta watch the
Afari
anime,
was
dude.
attacked and had his blood drained by Dracula.
Ugh.
Seriously, Avengers, Dracula is real.
Yeah.
Why aren't you doing anything about
They don't
this?
ever do anything about
He's
him.
right there.
Until he shows up.
Forced to murk his surrogate dad, Blade would have to wage his war alone.
Nursing a wound within him that would never heal.
Yeah, he didn't have
A hole
Whistler's not
that
from the
could never
comics.
be
He was
filled.
made for the movie, I
Not with
think.
that attitude, Blade took a page out of the Book of Boomstick and tried filling that hole with every kind of weapon imaginable. He's got so many,
Yep.
they're his apartment decorations.
Handguns, assault rifles, and explosives make up the brunt of his
He's so-
firepower. And he enjoys getting up close and personal with his dual acid-etched titanium katana.
The one that only he
Speaking
can
of
touch.
glorious Nippon steel, he's got a sword made out of adamantium.
Specifically, secondary adamant.
I didn't know that.
A variant of the metal that is mass-producible.
It might not be quite as strong as Cap's shield, but it can cut right through heavy hitters like Ultron and the Hulk.
Really?
Naturally, Blade has even more swords. His Atlantean ones can slice through magical enchantments. The Word Sword can harm intangible demons, and the Justiciar can slay fallen angels.
Yeah, he's got some weird stuff he can pull out of his ass.
Garlic
like
gumballs?
a Hellfire shotgun that burns your soul,
The
or
fuck?
hypodermic needles filled with vampire blood. Seems kind of dumb to turn people into
Why would you do
vampires,
that?
But it does make them more vulnerable to Blade's arsenal.
All that pales in comparison to the arch weapon of hell in Blade's possession. The breathing gun.
What?
It is a living firearm that hisses in the presence of demonic forces.
I didn't know about
its
that.
Sentient bullets chase its victims down. The wounds they cause cannot be healed.
Fuck.
And if they get lodged in your body, they'll slowly devour you from the inside out. They can even hurt Hell Lords and even greater threats like the Cosmic Ghost Rider.
Blade took everything he had and
Jeez.
fought his one-man war for almost 100 years.
He's battled hordes of vampires while skydiving, infiltrated the Pentagon, and even took on Spider-Man like Miles Morales, who could
Oh, that was
absorb
from Friend
the
or
energy of
Foe.
a
I have that
bomb
game.
that could destroy Harlem. Blades even bested the spirit
I
of
thought about
vengeance,
playing it on the channel, but,
Zarathos.
And while he occasionally allied with teams like the Avengers, he prefers to work alone.
Or the Midnight
I probably would
Suns.
too if they only cared about me when I was helping them and not ridding the world of, you know, vampires.
That, and Blade is scared of what he might do if he loses control.
Yeah, that's true.
because he does have one classic vampire weakness,
The
a
blo-
thirst
the-
for
for
blood.
blood,
Blah.
Even more so after he had a daughter, Brielle, whom he avoided for
Oh yeah,
fear
isn't
of
this like a newer
endangering
character
her.
they've made
If
in the
his
past?
bloodlust
Yeah,
does
past
overwhelm
like
him,
number of
he
years.
will enter a berserker rage, skyrocketing his strength.
Berserker
to the
barrage!
cost
I'm
of
sorry,
his
that's
sanity.
Wolverine.
Though it does make him even better at killing vamps. He's made a cottage industry out of whooping Dracula's ass.
Dracula is unsurprisingly powerful, capable of summoning a thunderstorm that covered all of
motherfucking always
Boston
trying to
with a
ice skate
wave of
uphill.
his hand.
Drac apparently didn't hold a grudge though, since he eventually made Blade the sheriff of Vampirsk, a vampire nation in the ruins of Chernobyl.
Amazingly, Dracula has even given Blade some of his own blood, which allows him to shapeshift into multiple forms,
What?
like a wolf, a horde of bats, or a cloud of mist.
Yeah, that's
So
classic
he can
vampire
force
stuff.
his way inside your body and blow you up from the inside out.
Oh, it's so
Ant-Man
metal.
style.
It's like
With
Smoke
you with
from
the
Mortal Kombat.
Blade's
Or
hatred of
Ant-Man, sure.
vampires is only matched by his hatred of himself.
Yep.
However, when Brielle showed signs of vampiric powers, Blade finally found a reason to reconnect with his
Yeah,
daughter.
I'm pretty sure she's
training
like a
her
newer
the same way
character.
Afari trained him a century prior.
Even after Blade was possessed by the first vampire ever and tried to take over the planet,
Yeah,
Brielle put her
bro.
dad's teachings to the test, saving both him
Yep,
and the
2022.
world.
And
I knew
proving
it.
that Blade's lonely war need not be
There are
so
rumors
lonely
about them
anymore.
putting her in the
With
Blade
his
movie
daughter
that-
at his side, and also this plant creature pet
Man
called
Thing.
let Marvel's vampires
The
beware.
movie that hasn't come out
Should they indulge their unnatural
years.
urges, they will be sure
After it's
to
been
meet
announced.
their end at the tip of his blade.
How could they not have him say the thing? Okay.
In every generation, there is a chosen one. She alone will stand against the vampires, the demons, and the forces of darkness.
Oh, I remember them.
She
Ugh.
is the Slayer.
For thousands of years, a new Slayer would be granted incredible powers and was destined to die young in battle against evil, passing their
Drusilla.
powers on to the next Slayer, and the next,
And the next.
so on.
And yep.
That is, until the newest Slayer would change everything. Buffy Ann Summers.
Yep.
Not exactly the first girl you
Oh, yeah, I
think
forgot
is
they
the
made a movie,
savior of
too,
humanity.
before the
Buffy's
show.
only goals in life were, in her own words, graduate from high school, go to Europe,
haven't seen that
marry
movie.
Christian Slater, and die.
But that would
Christian
all
Slater's in a movie?
change when the Watcher Merrick appeared and revealed her destiny.
Like, total bummer.
Merrick trained Buffy in the arts of vampire
thought it
science,
was
and she became so
Giles.
efficient that she burned down her school. Whoops.
Forcing her and her mom to
Oh,
move to
before
Sunnydale,
Giles,
California
okay.
to start a new life.
I forgot
far
she was a
away
Slayer
from any
already
more
at the-
bloodsuckers
at the
and
beginning
bad
of the show.
makeup.
Unfortunately, small problem, Sunnydale just so happened to be right on top
The
of
Hellmouth.
Hellmouth,
Yep.
where the boundary between Earth and Hell is permeable.
Yeah,
Oh,
that sounds like the
God.
valley, all right. Along with new Watcher Giles,
Giles!
Wallflower Willow,
Willow.
part-time bad boy, part-time
Angel!
Angel, magical retcon sister Dawn, and
Retcon sister.
Xander.
Xander.
Buffy and her
Yeah.
Scooby gang would battle a never-ending series
Probably
of
because of
monsters.
And
the
we mean
IRL
truly
actor is kind of a piece of
never-ending.
shit these
Sure,
days.
there's the TV show, but Buffy has also been slaying vampires across video games, comics,
Yep.
and 128 novels.
Jeez.
Tens of thousands of pages of Buffy lore you've never heard of.
Yeah.
But we're just crazy enough to speed read them all.
No
Buffy
way.
carries a variety of anti-vampire weaponry. There's wooden stakes, of course, sometimes dipped in gorgon venom that can
I missed
turn
the
you to
show already,
stone.
kinda.
Though she's also experienced with axes, swords, quarterstaffs, holy water, just about anything.
You said it! When she fought an ancient demon unable to be killed by any weapon forged in his time, Buffy introduced his stupid ass to the 20th century.
God, I
She's
don't
also
remember
a
that
master of
episode. It's been
Aikido,
so long.
Judo, Jiu-Jitsu, boxing, kickboxing, wrestling, karate, kung fu, wushu, tai chi, kendo, capoeira, and taekwondo.
Buffy apparently thinks Hong Kong's kung fu movie masters could learn a thing or two.
No kidding. Thanks to her Slayer senses, her reflexes are fine-tuned enough to
Yeah.
dodge close-range Gatling
Basically
gun
a
fire,
super soldier,
lightning
dude.
bolts from the sky, and even beams of light. She's kept up with another Slayer, Faith,
Faith!
who can dodge laser beams from point-blank range.
Buffy's strong enough to bend rebar, punch this 4.5-ton bat
The
monster
spike.
into the air, and smash hard enough to tear apart a building.
Yep,
And
I remember
despite
that
her
episode.
black
I hated that
armor,
relationship
she can survive
so much.
massive explosions, like the one that destroyed Cephalian's lair. That's
I'm not a
bigger
Spike
on
and
the
Buffy guy. I'm
inside.
not.
She can even fight blindfolded, but if she is
Angel and
injured,
Buffy
she
for
is
life.
fast enough to be totally fine by the next episode.
One time, Angel sucked out almost all of the blood from her body,
Jesus.
and she survived. Doubly impressive since Angel's blood draining also drains magical energy.
Yeah, Buffy's
Is that from an episode of Angel I haven't seen yet? 'Cause I don't remember that happening.
Like when she expelled this misty shadow demon trying to possess her body, or when she resisted her soul being ripped apart
on.
and scattered across time.
Or that time
What the
she
fuck?
jumped into a vat of boiling liquid so hot it could reduce people to skeletons, and she was just fine.
She might not show physical scars, but she sure has emotional
Oh,
ones.
yeah, she's-
Being the Slayer put a
she's
huge burden on
fucked up,
Buffy's
dude.
life.
Unable to live normally, she felt isolated, forced to internalize the trauma she faced on a daily basis. Sure, she had friends.
Oh, I forgot
but they
about
couldn't
Seth Green.
understand her unique struggle.
That was so
Like
early
when
on.
Angel turned evil after he took her virginity and tried to destroy the world.
Yep.
That must be one of those metaphors.
That Angelus
Sometimes
arc was
the worst
rough,
enemies are
man.
the ones you can't fight and who don't fight
Yep,
back.
the mom
Made
dying.
even worse by her having all the memories of the other Slayers
That's right,
bouncing
she
around in
does.
her head, dating back to the Stone Age.
Buffy has dreamt of every battle a Slayer has ever fought,
That's
and can
true.
call upon those skills in a fight, even subconsciously.
But this includes the memories of their deaths. Countless women violently dying
Yep.
young. A reminder of her inevitable fate.
A fate that came to pass when she fought the Hell God Glory.
Oh, Glory.
After leaping into Glory's reality-ending interdimensional hole,
A
Yep.
glory hole, if you will.
Buffy
God.
sacrificed herself to save the universe, dying a hero's death.
But
it
she-
appears my glory hole joke was poorly timed.
Finally freed of her unfair earthly responsibilities, Buffy's soul ascended to heaven.
You'd think
in
that was the end.
perfect bliss.
That was not the end.
Until her friends brought her back
They
to
brought
life
her
in the
back.
agony of existence.
Because they were selfish.
This absolutely crushed Buffy.
Mentally,
and
she was messed up,
ironically,
dude.
annihilated her will to live.
Yeah.
Oh, that's rough, Buffy. But with the show renewed for more seasons,
Right.
she had to nut up and continue her endless crusade against all things
That should have been the
Spirit
end,
Halloween.
really.
Buffy's battled for 48 hours straight, defeated vampires immune to traditional vampiric weaknesses, and destroyed the Sword of Sano, which caused the Great Hanshin earthquake.
And of course, both Buffy and her friends have defeated countless immensely powerful demons.
Yep.
Like the Queller Demon, which arrived as a meteor and caused the Tunguska explosion, which destroyed destroyed over 2,000 square kilometers of forest. Or the Sorrow Demon, which caused a storm that blanketed Los Angeles.
He's
Jeez.
also a match for Angel, who
Yeah.
survived a blast that could rupture a continental
Angel's also
shelf.
pretty
and
powerful.
Took hits from Whistler, whose magic contained a bomb that could vaporize London.
She even
Not the
faced
Marvel
off against
Whistler.
the first evil. Literally the embodiment of all evil.
Oh, that's
that
right.
predates reality itself.
Forced into battles against
Yeah.
stronger and stronger
First.
baddies, Buffy clearly needed something to even the odds. The, Slayer safe.
It's actually a Bardiche.
Yeah, whatever. I'm just gonna say it. This thing is bullshit.
Containing the essence of
Oh, yeah.
Buffy's Slayer powers
It
and
is.
created to defeat ancient demons. The scythe can deflect magical projectiles and slice through just about anything.
just came out of nowhere.
Ghosts, magic, even space itself, destabilizing reality in the process.
Even Silas, the devourer of worlds, kinda like Galactus.
I'm about to say
but
Galactus?
Instead of chomping on planets, he eats the multiverse. And there goes his head.
The scythe is easily the most powerful tool in her arsenal.
Give
in
me the
effect,
child.
attaining it completed Buffy, as though it were a piece of her she never knew was missing. With the scythe, Buffy was finally whole.
Really?
Being the Slayer was no longer a burden, but a purpose.
And by sharing her Slayer powers with thousands of girls around the world, they all teamed up and
They
kicked
all-
the first evil's ass.
Yes,
Suddenly,
Queen.
the always isolated Buffy had thousands of shoulders to lean on, a sisterhood of slayers.
If this was made today, it'd be
And
called
thousands
woke.
more reasons for any wannabe demon conqueror to stay away
It'd
from
be
her,
called So
because
Woke
unless
if
you
it came
wanna
out
get
today.
your blood all over her stylish yet affordable boots,
I mean, they
you'll
are
steer
not
clear
remaking
of
it, but they're
Buffy,
making like
the
a.
Vampire Slayer.
They're making a new series with a new Slayer, and she's supposed to be like training her.
Hey,
So,
as you know, it's Skeletober.
You mean
anyway,
October.
while they
No,
do
stupid, it's
this,
the
you know,
Skelletober
pay some bills, whatever they're doing here.
I don't get it.
Come on, don't you watch Death Battle Cast?
I don't know,
And
it's
for
hard
the
to say,
first time ever,
because they both
we've
got some bullshit.
Skelletober merch
Both
on
of them
the
got
Death
some
Battle
crazy
store.
bullshit.
Wait,
their
isn't that
arsenal.
just Skeletor?
Skeletober,
I'm gonna stick with
yeah.
Blade,
Look at that head. Oh, I'm
even though
putting
she
those
has the
stickers
experience
on
and stuff of all the
everything.
past
Wait, is that a
Slayers and
pillow?
whatnot.
We sell pillows now?
I'm gonna
Hell
go with
yeah.
Blade.
I'll take
Just
7.
because
You can find all that
I don't
and
know.
more, including our
I feel like I have more of an
limited
emotional
death stats that are
connection to
selling
Buffy
pretty
than
quick
Blade.
at
I absolutely do.
www.deathbattle.gg.
Blade is so freaking
That's
cool.
www.deathbattle.gg.
Happy
Ah.
Skeletober.
I think Blade would win.
All
I
right,
know-
the combatants
yeah,
are set,
I'm
and
gonna
we've
go
run
with
the
Blade.
data through all possibilities.
It's time for a live-action death battle!
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Blade. Final answer. The Daywalker. Live action, baby. I don't think we've had a live action since what? Like Nightwing versus Daredevil, or was it something after that? Uh-oh. Hey, the production quality though is top notch. And that's our Buffy. Ah, I heard the music cue. Heard that. Oh, dude, please do a bloodbath. Bloodbath. Have this. Come on, bloodbath like Blade 1, please. That'd be great. Hit the blood rave going, man. Whoa.
We were kings.
It's not quite.
Long before they had a name for kings. But now, starved, hunted, forgotten.
I love the red eyes. Reminds me of Remick,
waited
Sinners.
long enough.
It wouldn't surprise me if that's where they were inspired to do that from.
We remember who we were. Tonight, we take back what was always ours.
Don't you touch the Daywalker.
We feast. And she
He realizes exactly who that
just
is.
start.
But what gets them to fight, though? Like, why would they fight? They should work together, right? Hit the blood rave! It is kind of like it, holy shit! It is a blood rave, man! Dude, this would just be like a good short film, man. Just what if they teamed up or something? Be crazy. Ooh, right in the eye. Oh, slow-mo. But hey, I like it. Mixing in with her theme? That's so cool. I might download this sound. If they put this on Spotify, I might download it. Oh my god, he caught it and then hit him with it. Yeah, the suplex! The suplex! Yes! Yes! My god, he went to the table. Good God almighty. Okay, what's gonna get them to fight though? What's gonna get them to fight? She would totally fuck him. I'm just telling you, she would. Oh. Now that he's gonna try to kill her because she's been turned already. That's what's gonna get him to fight. Wait. Ooh. Wow.
Dude's just a kid.
Not anymore.
Ah! Nah, bro. Oh, I'm so into this. Ooh, yeah. All right. Ooh, nice. Freaking jacket move. Ooh. Okay. Ooh. Nice. The jacket comes off. Woo. Even though realistically, I feel like they would stop and like eventually like learn that they're kind of on the same side. That's one of the moments you did. Motherfucker, you're your damn. Yes. I can't believe I called that. He had that look. I was like, that's totally what he would say it right there. Oh god. Ooh. Oh, I'm having so much fun with this. You guys really should stop. Just stop and make out. You know you want to. This is exactly what would happen. They'd stop and they start making out. Maybe not quite, but like that's a nice digital effect there. You can tell it's you can tell it's an effect, but. Oh no. Yeah, hitting that.
Amateur hour.
In that Bruce Lee stance.
Motherfucker trying to ice skate uphill.
I wish his voice was deeper though. He should have had deeper voice. The motherfucker always trying to ice skate uphill. Oh, come on, Blade! Don't get taken out by a beer bottle. Come on, man. Oh, that OP thing. Yeah, that might be the end of him. Yep, I forgot about that, honestly. Oh, the bullet still found her though. That's right. You should have put it like to the floor, like Wesley did. What movie was that? Blade 1 or 2? I think it was the first one. He just put it down to the floor.
Another sword.
I see you cut through adamantium.
Bring it on.
I don't think she knows what adamantium is. They should do the spot from Blade 1 where like him and the one dude at the end start doing the freaking spin kicks. Like fake out. Whoa, nice. I feel like Buffy might win, even though it's because of that thing in her hand. It's so OP. She's very attractive, by the way. I just want to say that, just respectfully. This woman is very. Here it comes. Yep. I think it's over for Blade. It's over. I think it's over. I wanted to say Blade, but that thing is OP as all get out. Probably gonna cut him in half, Darth Maul style, or do that. Do stakes to the heart kill him? It cut his head off. Damn. Yeah, I forgot really about that OP ass weapon. I was hoping he could overcome it. Like he could take it out before that took him out.
It's like you got ahead of yourself.
Oh my god. That's totally something she would say too.
KO! To be Blade-tenued no longer. I'm surprised. I figured with Blade's many years of comic book history, he'd have the edge.
Believe it or not, Buffy is actually in more comics
That's
than
crazy.
Blade.
Really? Man, Blade can't catch a break.
Let's break this down into 4 categories.
Can't get his movie
First up,
made,
stats.
can't get-
Buffy's lifted much heavier things and survived more significant explosions.
Like, sure, Blade's strong and all, but he isn't literally fucking buildings apart like Buffy.
Scaling to the monsters they fought, compare Dracula creating a storm that covered Boston to the Sorrow Demon creating a storm that covered Los Angeles, a city over 5 times larger.
Okay.
You might be able to compare Blade to Spider-Man like Miles, who absorbed a bomb that could blow up Harlem. but
I'm
that's
sorry?
significantly
What did
weaker than
Miles
Whistler
do?
containing a blast that could wipe
I never
out
watched that
London.
Miles
They
versus
could
Deku
both
fight,
dodge light beams,
so.
but that doesn't keep Buffy from taking the overall edge in stats.
That's
Blade's
crazy.
used to being the odd man out, though, so his versatility is just as important.
God, they need to
Blade's
make Blade,
numerous
man. They need to
powers
make
and
that
massive
movie.
arsenal, he certainly could have overwhelmed
Get
the more
Chad
straightforward
Stahelski to
Machine
direct
guns
it.
and magic swords are generally gonna beat out crossbows
it's
and
director
morning
John Wick,
stars.
by the way.
Not to mention, he actually wears armor.
Also, Blade's faster healing factor and immunity to traditional vampire weaknesses kept Buffy on the
The
back
sole
foot for a
director of,
time.
like, 2
Blade
through
wins
4.
versatility.
But
'Cause
when
David
it comes
Leitch
to
also helped
skill,
direct the first
Buffy's
one.
got plenty of experience fighting armed opponents barehanded.
It'd be
Both
so
of
good,
them
though.
were masters of a similar number of martial arts.
Yep.
And Blade has been kicking vampire ass for a century,
Yep.
way longer than Buffy's even been alive.
While
Yep.
Blade may have more personal experience, Buffy's ability to draw on Slayer battles dating back to the Stone Age, at least 40 times older than Blade, gives her the superior skill. Even then, they both had weapons and abilities so powerful they could end the fight instantly, regardless of all else.
They're trump cards. Fortunately for Buffy, she actually countered almost all of what Blade could throw at her.
Withstanding Blade draining her energy with his bite? Check.
Resisting the Hellfire shotgun destroying her soul.
Oh,
Check.
that's right.
Preventing Blade turning to mist and exploding her from the inside out? Check.
Oh my
Meanwhile,
god,
Blade
that's
had no way
crazy.
to survive, say, Buffy's Gorgon venom turning him to stone.
And even with the deadly and just plain gross breathing gun, Blade did not have anything as potent as the Slayer sight.
That Slayer
It could
thing is
easily
so
deflect the breathing gun's bullets
bullshit.
back at him, or use its space-cutting ability to slice through his unbreakable adamantium sword.
Don't believe us? Even Wolverine's adamantium skeleton was cut in half when a portal closed on top of him. That's the same kind of thing.
And Wolverine's beta adamantium skeleton is a much tougher version of the same metal.
Oh, and since
Right.
the Scythe could kill Silas, a multiverse devouring god,
I'm sorry?
I think it could take down Blade with a big enough swing.
Giving Buffy the final advantage
That's
over
crazy.
the Daywalker.
Yeah, she's
Really thought Blade had a chance, but Buffy sure put a damn fear on things.
The winner is Buffy the Vampire
But in reality,
Slayer.
as we all know, they wouldn't actually
Next
fight.
time
They would
on
just fuck
Death
eventually.
Battle.
Alright, that's what's his face. Oh god, it's Clive versus Dante. Oh, Dante, please. Please. Please, Dante. Please. I hate Clive. I haven't played Final Fantasy. What's that? 18 or whatever that is? I don't know what Final Fantasy that is. I just know him from Tekken because he's in Tekken 8, and I hate him. I hate fighting him. I'm rooting for Dante on that one. 100%. I saw the Phoenix thing. I'm just like, wait a minute. That's freaking Clive, man. God. Oh, I've got such flashbacks right now. Anyway, Buffy wins. Part of me thought about that. I was just like, dude, it seems like she has such bullshit feats. But I didn't know what all Blade had. And even after the the breakdown, I was still like, Blade he could potentially. But I forgot about that damn Slayer axe thing that she has, which is, excuse me, it is such a OP MacGuffin thing. Not Joss Whedon's best work. What is his best work? I don't know. Although, I did very much enjoy the show in the most part. But yeah. Blade was trying to ice skate uphill, and he couldn't do it, I guess. My favorite part of that entire fight is at the moment where I was like, oh, dude, he should totally say, "Motherfucker, you out of your damn mind." He said it. Because like, when she elbowed him, he had that look. I'm just like, he would totally say that right there. Oh, man. God, it makes me want to go rewatch the first 2 Blade movies. And only the first 2. Really, maybe only the first one. Because the second one, I liked the second one. I didn't love it, but I liked it. The third one is hot, utter garbage, trash. Oh, God, Blade Trinity. Ugh. But, if you just look at Blade 1, 2, and then his appearance in Deadpool & Wolverine, that's a solid Blade lineup right there. And hopefully one day they'll actually get around and making them a Mahershala Ali Blade. I don't know what's taking them so long. But yeah, I enjoyed this one. If you enjoyed it, make sure you leave a like in the video. Make sure you go over to Death Battle. Subscribe over there. Follow them. Support them, okay? Let me know your predictions for Dante versus Clive in the comments down below. Again, I haven't played that Final Fantasy game that he's a part of, but I hate my hatred for him in Tekken 8 is so strong, and I already know what Dante's capable of. Even though I haven't played Devil May Cry, I remember from the Dante versus Bayonetta death battle years ago, he's OP. I think he's been in like 1 or 2 more games since then, so I'm going with Dante. All right, sticking it out with him. Let me know your predictions. Comment down below, man. Make sure you hit the subscribe button over here if you haven't already. Hit the notification bell so you don't miss out any new upload. And I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.